With Eid just over a week away, you may be wondering what to wear on this special day of celebration. Well, worry not, because we have just the man for you.
That's right, he's our resident fashion expert and he's here to give us his advice on how to look good on the day of Eid. Welcome, Waqaas Ahmed.
Hey, assalamu alaikum. Thanks for coming.
Now, let's speak about the day of Eid.
Sure.
The Eid al-Fitr just went by not too long ago.
Yes.
And at times, people don't put that much effort into wearing new or nice clothes on this day of Eid, right?
No, I mean, some people, they'll wear new clothes. Some people, they'll get something out that's good that they worn before. But it is sunnah to go out and get something new, so...
Right. And to wear the very best, isn't
Very
that right?
best. So if you're not able to go out and get something new, then we have got something else that we're going to show you that you can pull out.
Cool, because I was about to say that some of us will be working right the way up until the evening before Eid, and we might not have time to go out and do some shopping.
Yeah.
So what's the best way to find something old and revive it?
Well, it's one of my friends, actually, who was saying to me, oh, Waqaas, I don't know what to wear for Eid. So I was like, oh, don't worry. Why don't you look at what your mum's got from her wedding or what your grandma's got from, back in the days, and why don't you make it new with something, something like jewellery or accessories. So, something old and then put something new to give it a new...
Right. I mean, at first when someone tells you have a look at your mum's wardrobe, it can be a bit off-putting, right?
Well, I mean, I guess in our cultures,
Yeah.
a lot of the time people look at wearing vintage or wearing second-hand clothes or wearing clothes that have been used as something, but it's actually quite cool, There's a lot of new clothes out there that are inspired by vintage, inspired, so, you can definitely make it look really cool.
I think there's a lot of things that perhaps growing up when you see your mum wearing, you think, I can't wait till I can get my hands on that as well and wear it at some point when I
it
fit
depends
into
what that
it
is.
and things.
So,
yeah, that's cool.
Okay, well, let's get straight into it because you brought a couple of helpers here who are going to demonstrate to us some of the clothes that you've chosen. Who do we have coming in first?
So we've got Corey in first. She's actually wearing something new.
Right.
So you see, obviously it's Eid, get your frocks out, you've got a very simple dress here.
Right.
Do we need to face the
Corey,
camera?
if you just...
Corey, do you want to come this way slightly for us, just so we can have a look, and just maybe shift yourself toward perfect.
So as you can see, she's, very simple dress, printed, it's inspired by, obviously Eid as well with the animal printing, but, it's just simple dressing with... an abaya. You can go to the masjid in the morning. You can see her jewellery as well.
Let's just have a look straight at the camera for you so people can see exactly what you're wearing. Now, this printed dress, it's quite trendy nowadays, isn't it? You see a lot of people wearing clothes like this.
A lot of prints, and even mixing prints is really cool as well. So, this dress in particular has got a bit of leopard, bit of tiger, bit of zebra. So, you can mix polka dots and stripes and...
Yeah, and I love the way how you've got the abaya kind of on top of that as well.
Yeah, obviously if you're going to the masjid or if you're going out, you've got your best frock on underneath.
Yeah.
You
With
put
some
your
nice
robes
detail
on
around the
top.
cuff.
Absolutely. Just adding a little bit of, again, your personality or it's something that's new and, it's just a bit of thread work on that.
Sure.
So.
And the pleats on the shoulder, is that quite in this? Yeah?
Again, just a little bit elegant, feminine, you know.
So would you say this would be ideal for going to the mosque in the morning for the ladies who want to go to the Eid prayer? There's nothing wrong with wearing something like this?
No, I mean, this particular style is a open front jacket, but, this can also be finished off with by just pinning it closed. Right. I mean, if you want to just close it off, Corey, there for us, just the top of it. So, if you want to put a little pin, so, you're fully... So you can't see the clothes underneath or your jewellery either.
Okay, and what are we looking at in terms of price for something like this? What would people be spending?
Well, I mean, frocks could be anything from £40 upwards. So, if you're on a bit of a budget, you can look at something for £40. And this dress is actually tailor-made, so you can buy some fabric and get your local tailor to make it if you've got some time.
Okay, so there are options available out there. Corey, thank you so much for joining us on Living the Life. Great stuff. We also have James Monroe, who's walking in. Hey, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for being with us. So what do we have here?
Completely different look.
Yes.
Yes.
Very
I mean,
casual.
I remember when I was a child, Eid was about going and getting new trainers, and it was really a lot about sportswear.
Camera 3, straight there. Brilliant.
And, so here you can see sports luxe. You've got tracksuit inspired bottoms there with a little bit of different fabric there, as you can see.
Yeah.
quilting with your
Yeah.
top half. It's very sporty.
And
then
trainers, they're
yeah, and then
quite
the trainers.
a British trainer, is that
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. Made in Britain. Obviously, the only sneaker now that is actually made in the UK,
Oh,
which
really?
we learned
Fantastic.
recently.
Okay.
So, again, it's just very sporty, very casual. You know,
Yeah.
you can go to the masjid. It's quite loose. You know, oversized a little
Yeah.
bit. So, you know, giving it a little bit of a street look. But,
Right. Now I remember just the other day when you came with Living the Life, you were wearing similar sneakers yourself. So would you say that these are trending as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those sort of running style trainers, definitely. And you can put them with denim,
Yep.
but we've chosen to go with the sports luxe.
James, how's that? Is that comfortable?
Yes, so comfortable. Really nice.
I can imagine.
Now for guys who want something different, something trendy for Eid, they're thinking about colours.
Yes.
Which colours should we go for? What colours go with, you know, it can be a bit complex at times for the guys, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think that keeping it quite simple tones for your outfit, and if you want to go a little bit playful with your shoes, that's quite cool. So, you know, mix together. If you aren't so daring, put some black, put some grey with it, put some, you know, just keep it plain.
Yeah.
But the as you can see, the quilting is quite key. So
Yes.
Yeah.
don't worry too much about the colours. It's actually the details in the garments that's
Right.
That
quite key
quilting must
for.
be very comfortable and warm for these temperatures.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean, if you don't want to put a little jacket on, especially, that
Yeah.
is quite nice right now.
And the
so-
rolled up sleeves, that
yes,
gives it an edge as well.
just a bit of an edge, but obviously, you know, when you go to the masjid, you roll it down. But,
Of
you know,
course,
it's
yes.
just when you're out on the move, just kind of gives it really relaxed
Yeah,
sort of feel.
cool. James, thank you so much for joining us
No
on
problem.
Living the
Thank you.
Life.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just finally on that outfit, I mean, in terms of price, again, what we're looking at, something like that?
So, with this, something like the sweater, 28 to 35 pounds. You know, places like Top
Right.
Man, River Island. You know,
Okay.
quite easy to get something like that. at the
Sure.
moment, so.
Well, Waqaas, thank you for joining us. You'll
Thank
be
you.
back later on. You
Yes.
have a couple of more styles for us.
Yes, we got one more. We got one more dress,
Yes.
which is the old vintage dress. Plus, we're
We'll
going
have
to
a
be
look
showing
at
some
some
jewellery.
Okay.
as well.
Jewellery. Really looking
Can't
forward
wait
to that.
for that. But great start to the show tonight. But it is time now for our first break of
Yes,
the evening.
don't go anywhere because we have all this still to come. Preparing our
Very
models
busy.
for our second look.
Yes.
Before we bring them on, quickly explain
Yes.
what we are trying to do with this particular look.
So as we talked about earlier, look at something old, make it new. That's
Yeah.
the idea.
Yes.
So,
So shall we bring in our first model? Shall we bring in James this time
yes,
first?
we'll bring James in.
Hello
first.
again, James.
Hiya.
How are
Looking
you?
even more comfortable
Good,
this
thanks.
time.
Yeah.
Very trendy. I'm loving the outfit.
Cheers.
Okay.
So how did we go about this one?
So James is wearing like it's a tribal print vintage shirt which we picked up in a market in
Right.
somewhere in London. Can't remember which one, but yeah, very relaxed. You know, make it new again. We use the same sneakers because you know you can wear the same shoes
Why not?
twice
Yep.
the same day. So yeah, very relaxed, short sleeve shirt rolled up, just vintage. You know.
Yeah.
That's great.
And would you say that this print and style is trending with the boys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think fashion is really exploring all different cultures, and you can actually find a wide variety of shirts in
Yeah.
that derive from different cultural
Yeah.
backgrounds, which is great. You know, you can pick something up as cheap as £3,
Yeah.
and you might be lucky to pick up something for 50p, and you know, just get it dry cleaned or get it washed, and brilliant, new to go.
That's awesome.
Great stuff. And if the weather is a bit chilly on Eid day,
Yeah.
I guess a cardigan, a jumper on top.
Yeah, yeah, just a little, you know, like a little bomber jacket
Yeah.
or a little, you know, just a light jacket, I
Sure.
guess.
Okay.
Or even a blazer. Would work.
Even a blazer, yes. Go very nicely with that. James, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on Living the Life. We have Corey again, who's
Corey.
just about to join us. Welcome back, Corey.
Hi.
A very different style here.
So yes, this is a dress that belongs to one of my friends' mum.
Right.
It's from the 70s, actually.
Okay.
So
Wow.
something that's actually been passed down in the family. As you can see, it's it is a very 70s shape, very easy to wear.
Yes.
Yeah.
No embellishment, but then
Mhm.
we've just gone wow with the necklace,
Yeah.
the
Yes,
jewellery. So if you
that's
are
a
visiting,
statement piece.
absolutely. So if you're visiting family, you're visiting friends,
Yeah.
keep your dress simple.
Right.
Just really, you can make the most of it.
Right.
Wow.
So how far back would you say this dress is? How old in terms of years?
So it's about 1970,
Wow.
but late 60s. So that's from when
That's
my
amazing.
friend
Well,
told
seeing
me,
that for the
so-
first time, excuse me, you wouldn't imagine that, would you?
No, absolutely not. I mean, again, it was like, what do I wear? And
Yeah.
I said, yeah, just go through your mum's wardrobe. Let's see what we can find.
That's
And then I
amazing.
found this piece, and I was like, this is great, you know.
Yeah.
And so we just sort of made it new with this, as you can see what Corey's wearing there, that statement necklace, which we'll be seeing more of shortly.
Right.
So.
Yes.
And I guess you're cutting costs as well by doing this.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of the times we go out, we want the whole outfit. We want the dress, we want
Yeah.
the heels, we want the jewellery. But here we've just gone out and got a piece of necklace.
Piece of necklace.
Corey, how
yeah.
are you finding that? What's the
It's
necklace
really
like?
nice, it's really comfortable, it's very lightweight as well, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
good.
Okay, great stuff. Now, do we have time to quickly go through some of the jewellery?
Yeah,
I believe you bought
sure,
some jewellery.
definitely.
James, hey, would you be able to bring over the jewellery that we've selected for today? Because we were looking at this earlier, some
Yes.
fascinating pieces.
Yes.
Yeah? Let's have a look at that. Thank you, James. You wouldn't be wearing any of these, would you? Well, guys, did you want to show us
Yeah.
these? Thank you very much, James.
Shall I come over here?
You can do, yeah.
Okay, so...
Quite heavy.
Yeah. So, right. So we've basically, it's really big at the moment.
Yeah.
Statement jewellery. So we start off with something quite
Yeah.
entry. You know, if you don't want to go too loud, you know, something like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
But sparkling.
Yes.
Something
Have
that's
a look
quite
at that.
sparkling.
this one I actually picked
Look
up
at
from my
that.
sister's wedding collection.
Right.
So
Nice.
again, she wanted to buy a new dress, but she wanted to use old jewellery. So, you know, this
That's
is what she
pretty
wore for her
awesome. Look at
wedding.
that.
So
With the
And
pearls
that's very
on it.
classical as well, isn't it?
yeah.
That's great. Can we have a look at just one more
Yeah,
quickly?
yeah. So something a bit more
Colourful.
now. So here we go.
That's very trendy, yes.
So this is very sort of now in.
Right.
So there's no real tradition kind of behind it, but it's just, you know,
Right.
again, your statement piece.
So
Great
we're looking for chunky.
Chunky
Yes.
statement.
Just very quickly, in terms of
Yeah.
price, what are we looking at?
So starting at £25 for a necklace, you're going up to £100 with what Corey's wearing
Yes.
over there.
Wow.
Okay. So options are available.
Yeah, absolutely.
Waqaas, thank you again. Do stay with us on the
Thank
sofa.
you.
Thank you very much. Right, it's time for our...